You cannot entirely have the knowledge of imbalances, fair value gaps, and inefficiencies without having the idea of mitigation block and its concepts. Welcome back, friends. This is Sloan Trades, and in this video, I'll be discussing a setup of how I staged a trade that I've been taking for a week now, closely a week, yes. And I'll be discussing step-by-step process on how I got this analysis and this view. So this is my outline of basically what I'll be looking into, and I would make a video on mitigation block immediately after this particular video is posted. Reason is because mitigation block was an entry type I used to take this trade. Okay, it's under expansion type entries where you get the breaker block and mitigation block. So after now, I'll be making a video on mitigation block where I'll be giving you a very important tip on what you need to know about expansions, because expansions are one of the things that occurs every time in the market. So in this coming video now, mitigation block, you'll get to see how I take entries from expansions, because obviously from every expansion there is an opportunity. Okay, so for now, let's use this outline now to set up this particular trade that I have already given the markup here. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, and welcome back. This is Sloan Trade, I've already said. If you're watching this video for the first time, do also like, subscribe, and share to your friends. And if you're not watching it for the first time, please still do well to share to your friends. And thank you very much for being a returning viewer. Okay, so in this particular setup, this is basically a shift from a downtrend to an uptrend around this zone. So let's just go step by step. Run with me so that I can basically discuss this particular thing. Alright, so this is a continuation of a downtrend from here. Break of structure. Remember, higher high, or rather higher low, lower low, lower low, lower low. Alright, and at this point there was a shift in market structure. Some person might call it MSS, which is market structure shift. So after this shift, we have a return into this other block right here. There's a return into an extreme order block. Remember the tip I always give: for every shift in market structure, there's a return of the market to the extreme order block, which is the last order block there before they move. No matter if there is an inducement probably around here or something, or any other move here, market always looks to return back to the extreme order block to move. So that's by the way though. So after this return into the extreme order block, the market moved a bit, left an inducement right here. Obviously, we know that traditional order blocks, market is supposed to come back down here, therefore sweeping this liquidity zone. But then after this inducement was left, there was an expansion, okay, leading to the tip I said: for every expansion there is an opportunity. So from this expansion, markets happen to leave behind a mitigation block around this point. And from hierarchy of entry models, liquidation block is expansion type entries is number one over other blocks. So if market happens to give you this now, just take your entry from the expansion type entry. There is a very low probability that the market will seek out this inducement and this extreme order block. Might just go this way and keep moving. Alright, so that's by the way. Here is the break of structure of this particular move. Here is the break of structure, and this will be my mitigation block. Yeah, this is the extreme order block, which obviously was not mitigated. This was left open. So this is a whole demand zone. This whole point is a whole demand zone. Sorry, let me reduce this. This whole point is a whole demand zone, but market didn't even look to take almost some of the blocks here. Probably there might be a little fair value gap in between, and it was just neglected, invalidated. Meanwhile, the mitigation block was taken and there was a move. So continuing after the takeoff from the mitigation block, market trooped up a bit. Okay, came back to sweep some early buyers that said break even. Many a time we call it engineered liquidity. Market will come back to sweep early buyers that has already set their stop loss to their entry, which is basically the break even BE. BE means break even. So sweeps it out, and there was an impulsive buy also breaking structure right above here. So this also was either a retest Swiss mitigation block or to the other block right here, depending on what you see in the market. Remember, we react and not predict. Yeah, most times we react to what the market is giving us at that particular time. So this is exactly how I staged this setup, and without wasting time, we're going to the chart now so you can see these things now that I've just said now. Now remember, this is just a textbook diagram, and it will be more, what do they call it now? Compacted on the chart. That it won't just lines and boxes. You will see the normal candles. Okay, so coming back to AUD card, I'm on 4-hour time frame. I'm using 4-hour time frame because it's a higher time frame that can guarantee that we'll see these particular moves that I just illustrated above. Alright, so this was our previous downtrend from this zone, down, 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 down. And probably it mitigated a block right here, hence causing the shift in market structure and then the continuous move above. So from this zone, we had our last break of structure here, and then the last sweep. Okay, this was the last sweep here before the move up. So from the last break of structure, there was our last high before the break of structure below, and that is probably an inducement or something, but market actually did